Hell yeah.
What is up?
I don't know, man. Like 5 minutes have gone by. I don't.
Oh
The whole world changed. I'm not sure.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, fuck it, man. Let's. Campaign 2 is right around the corner.
Campaign 2.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a gap in between, but I mean, it's right there. So
Yep. Yep.
um, everyone's gonna get their turn. More than likely, it's gonna be Fridays and Saturdays where everyone appears to be less busy than most days. Um, but yeah, unlike campaign 1, it's not going to be you hand me the backstory and then I just drop you into the world. We're going to like do a playthrough and really get to know who
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
um so you know and I know and everyone knows, and then there's still going to be questions as to like what you would have experienced and all that shit, but less,
Yeah.
way fucking less, thank God. So go ahead and introduce yourself and what you chose for your campaign 2 character, and as much as you want to reveal, basically.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, my guy is Hixs Smolder. He is going to be a fire ganassi artificer. He's going to be an orphan, just discovering the fire ganassi blood in him, basically. Um, and he's going to be very antisocial. And he just likes to, him and his tools, him and his tinkering.
Him and his tools and him and his tinkering.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, obviously, it's gonna okay. So it's gonna continue in the world of Mundos, and
Yep.
again, I chose that name being lazy. It means world in Latin,
Uh-huh.
but we're
World
we're
World.
just
Yep.
we're gonna continue it because there's no point in changing it now,
Yeah.
and I want to see where this world goes. So what are your, I can't really say well, yeah, sure. What are your expectations and your hopes for this next campaign?
I don't know. I honestly I don't have any expectations. I'm just hoping for a fun time, uh, especially for Hicks. Uh, Hoping I can get him to his end goal, uh, where he wants to open a restaurant. So
Okay.
he wants to open a half restaurant, half repair shop, so people can drop off their items to get fixed and then sit and have something to eat.
Okay.
That's
So
that.
you're playing him as an entrepreneur, as like a business minded kind of character.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. It's more so he just, it's what he loves. Like he's found a fondness for cooking, so
Okay.
he's might as well make money off the two things he likes to do. I don't think he's not thinking like going into a franchise or anything like that. It's more, he likes doing this. Might as well make money doing it. He's got to make a living somehow. So
So how's he gonna respond with those he decides to be around, like tampering with the wrong side of the law or getting themselves into
Well, I
fights?
mean, if we'll find out throughout his backstory that I've been writing, but I mean, he's not too very lawful himself. Uh, he's not like crazy uh, stuff, but he has no problem with bending the law if need be. Especially he grew up in the streets a lot, so like he's got that whole background behind him.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Uh, so he's not like the hoity-toity like Garrison, who's you know by the law. This is good. This is bad. There's no gray area.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, no, he's gonna be more of a neutral type character. Like I said, he's gonna be more just like for his own gains.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna fuck other people over, but like he's not going to go out of his way like to help
Right.
people if it doesn't matter to him, you know.
So are you going to, and I mean, don't reveal too much because we want you and the players and the audience to find this out like authentically.
Yeah.
But do you plan, and just little answers for this, do you plan on playing him like you said that he was antisocial, so is it going to be difficult for him to powwow around with people and get to know new ones, or is he going to jump right into the fire and see what, no pun intended,
Yeah.
jump right in and see what happens? Like, how do you, without actually giving specifics, do you know how you're going to play him, on which side of the fence he's going to be on?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Like he's not going to be like too he's not going to be too antisocial. You know what I mean? He's not going to be like just get away from me. But
Right.
like he understands that like he has to interact with people in the world
So
regardless,
like a
whether he likes it or not. Like
so like a healthy medium kind of.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
All right. Cool. I mean, that's where you're going to start.
Right.
Let's see what happens from there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about timing and evolution. So,
Yeah,
um, I have had players that didn't change at all, like ever. And it
yeah.
was remarkable to see. It's always remarkable to see the ones that do change, that just let their characters change, and then the ones that just, this is how I'm playing it the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
It's either way is remarkable because I don't understand how they don't change, because it's just nature to change.
Yeah.
But stubbornness, man.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, dude. So in terms of, I mean, can't like it's shocking to me as well. So campaign 2, it will take place not exactly 2 years, but pretty damn close to 2 years after session 0 of campaign 1.
Mhm.
Like, you as a player have been in this for since the
Yeah.
third episode,
Oh
long
yeah.
fucking time. Um, do you see any, especially for campaign 2, now that we're launching into that? What do you see? What do you hope or see or predict as being the major difference with the other players as a collective whole from there versus now? So there's a hope and there's a predict. There's two
Yes.
different things
Yeah.
there.
So I mean I'm hoping the group as a whole is gonna uh gel more
Okay.
as far as like playing wise, you know? Like I know before we talked about before how it was like crazy. And now we're kind of all getting on track. Uh and not as chaotic, basically.
Like, are you
um
hoping for more RP based or
uh I
story building or just both?
I think I hope we are going to do more RP based, just because, especially uh, now that we know each other more,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. So I hope that that's going to come into play. We really want to get these RP chops in, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. Man, as a player in this, what are your thoughts about the fact that Failed Attempt D&D is now sponsored?
Pretty excited about that actually, and pretty shocked to be honest with you. Like you know, I didn't think going in and finding this group on the Discord search 2 years ago that we would be here.
Right?
So yeah, I mean, as far as like, I'm pretty excited to see these like perfume lines, you know, go out. I don't know. Can I mention any other stuff in this?
You
Or
can. It's not official yet, but you can. We've got
yeah.
a and I'm working with the people, and they gave me the invoice for it, and it was a number that I was expecting, but it still made my head explode.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with the dice. Like, those are both on the back burner. I've got the invoice for the dice sitting in my email, and I have the invoice for the cologne and perfume line.
Ugh.
But we do have both. We've got Failed Attempt D&D Campaign 1 dice coming out. That's not only going to be for the players, but it will be for purchase as well. And then also a perfume line, cologne and perfume line.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah, actually, thank you for asking if you're allowed to say it. I don't have a
I should
definitive
ask
date
before
yet.
I said it, but yes.
I don't have a definitive date yet of when they'll be released, but they are coming. It's just a
Nice.
matter. It's just a matter of time, like everything else. It's the same thing with with the escape room. Like that's
Yeah.
also on the horizon, but
Yeah.
one is going to fund each thing.
Yeah.
Get
I
one
can't.
started, it funds the next, and then it, yeah,
I can't wait till we play this interview in like a year's time,
right,
and all this stuff is like in fruition. You know, like
right, yeah. I mean, it'll be a little depressing if we play it in a year's time and nothing has taken place,
that too. But
which is also an option.
but
But
I mean
with
that just goes with our name. It's just a failed attempt. You know,
yeah,
that's
that's
all.
true. But with as ambitious as this crew is getting, I don't see failed being part of it. I really
Yeah.
don't. I really don't. Um, like business ventures are going to happen, plain and simple.
Nice. Yeah.
So, and and that's the other thing is like, yes, we're all getting to know each other. No, we've never met in person, but we are all getting to know each other a lot better. So I do see, um, the the playing side and coming together to have fun side really turn into a partnership side where it's like we all turn our pockets inside out and go into it.
Right. Well,
Um,
most of us have met in person. Like half of us, right?
yeah,
You,
yeah.
me,
Me,
Ty,
Tyler, and Jill. Yep,
Jill. Yep. We
yep.
had that fun time at Disney. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then I mean, coming up, you guys and Jake are going to MegaCon, right?
Yep, in February. Yep, in Orlando, Florida. He's flying down from Ohio, which will be another thing. So
But Judd and Cammy aren't going to it, right?
no,
Yeah.
no, they're not able to make it, and you and Christian aren't as well,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, and this is actually a thing that I was talking about, and it it depends on how things go. Like it could take place in campaign 3. I mean, who really knows? We're on campaign 2 at this point. My hope is that we get to the point where, and it's slow going. So like once a year, we're able to get together and play a live game.
Yeah.
Like with each other, and then that translates into twice a year, and then 3 times a year, and then once a month, and it just continues to go. Slow progression is fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really good on the horizon of this crew, and I'm just hoping it continues to go. We've got some young ones that are going to be, graduating and moving on with their lives, and just, hopefully, hopefully their grand pictures of what their life should be doesn't get in the way of D&D, because fuck everything else.
Yeah.
D&D is
Right.
all that
Exactly.
matters.
This is life. Yep.
This is life. And not to speak out of turn, but Jill should be coming back as well. If everything
Nice.
works out, she should be coming back. So we'll
That'll
be
be good.
back up to 7 players.
Nice.
Yay for confusion. So in terms of that, yeah, that's the other thing is like, do you think that for campaign 2, because of everything that's taken place, because it started happening a little bit after campaign 1, do you think that everyone's going to give more focus to one thing at a time instead of
I hope so. I think that we've seen where it got us towards the end of campaign 1, so I'm hoping we will roll into that, everybody focusing, it's not just on themselves but on the adventure as a whole, like I think that's where we got all that chaos, was because everyone was more me, focusing on like my character, my story, instead of our story.
right.
So yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to be a better flow for campaign 2.
Fair enough. And Good, and yeah, I can't reveal that too much. But you read the yeah, I have to be careful what I say in here, um, because you read the kind of like free log of a little synopsis of the area that you guys are going to start in, and given the nature of your character, do you think that it's going to be an issue with the um yeah, I'll give a little bit of it. With the fact that magic is not as widely used in this part of the world and somewhat shunned and frowned upon. Like, do you think
Yes.
that's going to be an issue with your character?
Oh yeah, 100%. My backstory, again, without revealing too much, that's gonna have an impact on, you know, how he gets to session 0.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
so, which I wrote up some more before this interview,
Okay.
which I can send to you. Uh,
Yes.
but slowly fine tuning everything, you know.
Gotcha. And I love the pairs too, because that was another thing we didn't get to do too much of in campaign one was pair you all up. I literally had to, and it made sense to do it, but I had to force a couple of pairs. Like Vidar and Yorick knew each other from the past, and then
Yeah,
we had to do a one off with them so they could actually visit that past and get to know each other a little bit better. But this time, it's actually going to be that we've got 2 pairs and 2 solos,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is fantastic, and not a single one. And this is great. Not a single one backstory or otherwise is going, fuck the rest of these people. I want a part of it. All of them are going, this is who I am, but let's incorporate it in. And
Yeah.
I already know, and the other good part is I already know where session 0 is going to happen. So all it is a matter of getting everyone there.
Mhm.
Um, and there's out of the 6 of you, there's already 3 that are there. Like
Oh, nice.
their playthroughs are going to be at the starting point,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
which is beautiful.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Ty messaged me, and I told him the bare bones of my backstory,
Mhm.
and then we found a point where him and my character could meet up. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a
You
fun
know what
time.
his character is?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be interesting, and I cannot wait, especially because uh, you know, my character, not to give a little too much, but my character being a chef, wannabe chef, and then his character being what his character is going to
Yes.
be so funny.
It's gonna be hilarious. Um, yeah, and I mean, you guys can say if you want to work out the mechanics of how that became a thing, or we can do that during the playthrough. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you how you wanted to do that, and I was going to talk to Ty too, because like, do we want to have it so that our meetup is pre our session, or is it going to be our session? Like, that's how we
yeah,
meet up. So then we would have to include you in it, run it by you and whatnot. You would have to develop a whole thing for it.
yeah, and that's fine either way. Just let me know what you guys want to do. If you want to know each other prior, or if you want to meet each other there, and then
Yeah,
we'll just figure it out. Both of them could be hilarious
yeah,
based
yeah,
on who you guys are. Both of them could be fucking funny because even if you know each other prior, there's still that thought in the back of your mind.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Or if he ever just pisses me off, just like I could just I could just do it. I could just
Yeah.
do
So
it.
that
I know a recipe.
the the character that he chose, him and I had talked about it like 6 months ago when the idea of campaign two even was a thing. Like even before we even knew it was going to happen,
Yeah.
and he told me what he wanted to be, and um, it was like 2 days ago. I went on and I found exactly what he was looking for, and I was like, "Hey, it's one of these two options right here. they're both named the same thing, but the mechanics on this one and this one are different.
Mhm.
So go through both and pick one. And it was literally the perfect thing that he was looking for.
Nice.
I'm so glad it was there because when I looked 6 months ago, it wasn't there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like I typed in exactly what he was trying to get, and it didn't come up. Nothing came up, nothing even close. And then now it was like, oh, hey, look, click. There you go. There it is.
Yeah, for this character, I decided to go outside of my norm. Like I
Yeah.
usually always either pick a human or a dwarf or a halfling.
I was
Kind
going
of
to
like
ask, like, what made you choose the.
I just wanted to branch out a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't want to be, like I said, I always pick like kind of like the typical races. Like
Mhm.
so, I figured I'd give this one a shot, and it was going to go well with my wannabe chef. I
Yeah.
thought would be a cool dynamic, and
Yeah.
kind of.
Is Artificer the same? Is that outside of your norm?
Oh yeah, that's outside my norm. Usually, I always do like I've been branching out. Like I do typical like martial. I don't really do casters too much. So,
Yeah.
but this one is a good like half and half. He's like not a full caster, so I still get that, and it's the first time I've ever played an artificer. So let's have some fun with it.
Oh yeah.
I've,
Hopefully yours survives past level 3. Sorry,
yeah, I mean,
Octavius.
yeah.
Sorry, Tyler.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Octavius. Yeah.
Sorry.
I
Let's
mean,
just
gave
hope.
it 2 shots, but then still just couldn't get it. But yeah, we'll see.
Let's
I
just
mean,
hope this one lives past level 3.
I think yeah. I mean, I've got all the other classes down pat, where I just I can put together pretty solid builds. So this will be my attempt at the casters, which are usually
Fair enough.
always squishy. So it's kind of a challenge, but we'll
I
see.
mean, Wizard is worse. That's like the worst. And
Oh yeah,
we have one on our crew, which is going to be really funny.
yeah, oh yeah.
So, I do love it though, because of the warning that I had presented about magic, and then some of you were still like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it." It's. I love how you guys go against the grain.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, more so in this one than you have in campaign 1, which is because in campaign 1, no one really fucking knew. I was just like, choose something, tell me what you want to do, I'll drop you in. So no one really knew what they were getting into. But now you all have kind of like a small map and a pre-warning,
yeah.
and you're still like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
It creates more of a fun dynamic.
hell yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Like this is gonna be like a whole new play style to me.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be fun in itself. Like I always like doing like puzzles and stuff like that.
Right. Do you have an idea of your archetype you're gonna go with?
I'm just giving you some of the backstory stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
My subclass.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. I am going armor.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about that because uh, that's going to be again another interesting class. We'll see how we go. I got to break this up that I'm sending to you because
There's a lot. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I know.
I don't have nitro or whatever. It's too rich for my blood.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna see. I'm excited for it. Not that I'm like not uh, excited to get away from Garrison, but
Right.
I always I always like making new characters and then playing new stories. That's the whole reason why I got into D&D in the first place.
Right.
I mean, I like my old campaign. I've been doing it for almost going on 8 years now. The same character, same universe. So now it's like I just love changing it up. So
Oh, you still have your Friday game going on?
by Monday, Monday
Okay.
night. My Friday game is Star Wars D&D.
Nice.
So
Your Monday game has been going on 8 years, like the
8 years,
same campaign.
same campaign.
Jesus.
It's me and my brother and a couple friends. We've been doing the same thing. Me and my brother developed the same as like how you developed Mundos.
Yeah.
We have our world that we developed that it's pretty awesome that we built it from the ground up from all like the gods and everything. Like and it's pretty awesome. And I mean it's exciting and there was a big twist that was revealed. So the fact that we're 8 years in and we can still shock the other players
Right.
is great, you know.
How many of you guys play?
So there's been solid, there's been 5 of us.
Okay. And you guys have
Uh,
like guest spots and shit
and
every
then
once in a while?
we've had people float in and out like here and there, like for a year or two, you know. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so solid, it's been 5 of us, but at the most I think we've had like 6 or 7. Uh Still fun. It was my character is a gunslinger in that one. So
Yeah.
uh that's
Do you
a
guys do you guys ever record or think you would?
so we haven't. I told him that because especially now, ever since COVID happened,
Yeah.
it's like obviously harder to meet in person. So I was like, yeah, why we could just do it online and then record it. Like that would be awesome. But
Right.
my brother hasn't. He spent all this money on terrain, like the 3D terrain.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, but I have all this stuff to build physical sets and everything like that. We had a huge like Stormwind Castle, like Helm's Deep type battle that we did that he got all the 3D terrain. We built it all up,
Yeah.
and it looked awesome. But I was like, yeah, but you could just set up a camera and we could still do that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you still bought because he's just like, oh, I want to do it in person because I bought all this stuff, which I
Yeah.
get. But I was like, but you could still use it. So we'll see.
Because I mean it'd be because like eventually cross sections are gonna be cool as shit.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like invite him on as a guest spot on here.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That would be awesome.
In our campaign. And then like I would love to go play that one because that one
Yeah,
sounds cool as shit.
yeah. That would be awesome. I
Right?
want to try and get him into streaming and shit like that.
Hell
So
yeah.
when I'm not in my bedroom and I finally finish my basement and move everything back down there, then I want to get into it like hardcore, you know,
Hell yeah. Absolutely, man.
but not where I'm like crammed in here because everything
Um
in my basement is up here now.
and I mean that's literally an open invitation for because you said there were five like basically permanent.
Yep.
That's an open invitation for all of them, your brother on down. Any of them that want to come over for a guest spot, just have them get at me.
Oh yeah.
Um, find me on Discord, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
just
I can always send them
hell yeah,
an invite to the Discord chat.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just like let them know I'm interested in hopping over there. And no, it wouldn't be for a year. I'd probably do like a session or two,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it would just be cool as shit to do a crossover.
Yeah. And I'm sure for you it'd be nice just to play actually
Oh
for
my
a little
god,
instead of be the head honcho. Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I always seem to play gag characters,
Yeah.
but that's my relief.
Mhm.
Is I go in like Carl, what I
Yeah.
mean, the animated doll, and I
Yeah. Oh
go in
yeah.
as Gary, the goose that never
Yep.
spoke or but the the drunken master dwarven lizard,
Yep.
in the Tomb of Horrors that we're playing. But the gag characters, that's my relief from the game itself. I still get to go have fun. I'm not always a pain in the ass to people,
Mhm.
and I get to enjoy myself. But yeah, it would be really cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
especially if I mean, not even when, like, I don't want to be a snob with it. You know what I mean? Like, even we're gonna say when because I want to be optimistic. Let's say failed attempt D&D does take off.
Mhm.
I want people to come over and do guest spots that aren't celebrities.
Right.
Just bring in normal people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need a fucking actor from Hollywood coming to Florida to
Yeah.
sit next to me to play a game
Oh yeah.
or streaming in on Skype to play a game.
Yep.
Just
Oh, yeah.
normal people. Your brother, all your friends there, fucking anyone that Christian or Jake or any of them have. Come on in and play.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm not expecting big names, and I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I had fucking Tyler was like, you know, what would you do if like anyone from Critical Role came over? I said I'd have them DM. There's no fucking way I'm gonna DM a game for any cast member of Critical Role.
Yeah.
You're gonna take my seat and you're gonna lead a game inside my world, and then I'm just going to write off of there because there is no fucking way.
No.
Nope, not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
There is no way that I could be on camera being a DM if Matt Mercer was on camera. There's no way.
I don't think he could ever just like be a player. Like,
No, he's been a player.
no, I know he
Yeah.
has, but like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like very hard for him. Like,
He actually really enjoys it. He really
does he?
loves
Yeah.
yeah, he loves it like it basically as much as any forever DM loves playing
Yeah.
because he does it all the time. Like as
Yeah.
much as he can, he goes in and does it. Of course,
Yeah.
Liam and Sam and all of them do it more because they have
Yeah.
more time, but yeah, man. I'm not only excited about like the fact that we're going into campaign 2. I know I said this at the beginning, but it completely blows my mind.
Well, we've already been there though.
This is you've been in a portion of it, sure. Sure. You know, okay, fine. Yeah, the accidental teleportation to one part of it. And I can neither confirm nor deny that that will be part of campaign 2 now that you guys have actually been introduced to it. I won't confirm or deny. What?
Hi, Sloppy Joe.
Oh, yes. Hi, kid.
I'm good.
Okay. Drive safe. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. Campaign 2.
Oh my
New
God.
character. It's gonna be awesome.
Jesus Christ.
I'm excited.
What would be like your, if you had one going into campaign 2, what would be like your biggest worry if you had one? Like something that you don't, oh yeah, like your biggest worry. I'll just put it that way. It's a very broad brush.
That is a
Very
very
broad
broad,
stroke.
broad stroke. I guess I don't know that my character would die session 1. But aside from that, I would be worried that all the acts of campaign 1 characters were for naught. You know, like everything that the characters did in campaign 1 had absolutely no effect
On the world, yeah.
on the world. You know, but I mean, and also if everything just crashes and burns and falls apart. You know.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Depending on how it ends, yeah, it's going to determine a lot. Lot of roles and lines I'm going to have to follow to see what happens.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, what do you, besides building a new character and entering a new world and all of that, what do you look forward to the most?
Interacting with the other ones, like figuring out new people. Like I said, I've always liked puzzles and like figuring stuff out, and new things. You know, that's why I always like to make new characters, new what's the word I'm looking for? Personalities. Like dealing with new personalities and whatnot. So yeah, that's.
Are you trying to, I mean, kind of like you did with Garrison, are you trying to insert some of yourself into this character, or do you want to go completely outside the box this time?
No. I insert a little bit of myself into every character, you know. So, like I said, like I like puzzles. Like that's why playing a tinkerer. Like
Yeah.
it's part of like Garrison's like like battle tactics. It's like he thinks of it as a puzzle, so problem to solve. I like it, so uh, I'm obviously like professional wise, I'm a carpenter, so I build stuff and put things together all the time. So
There you go.
it's part of my life. So imbue it into the character. I just don't have
How
the fire resistance. I
yeah,
still burn in real life, unfortunately.
yeah.
Haven't worked that out yet, but
That is actually a funny correlation between Garrison and
and,
Hicks that
oh
you
yeah,
did he became fire resistant so he wouldn't die as easy, and now
yeah,
this character automatically is
just
from
right
the
off the
get-go.
bat. You know what?
Right
No,
off the
no
bat. Fuck
mistakes.
fire. Fuck fire.
Yeah, but well, and it was like I'm throwing like the chef part in that. I thought that would be a cool little thing, like being able to like control the flames as I'm like cooking. Like,
Yeah.
give me a one up on the cooking world.
Yeah.
Like
How difficult is it going to be for you to step out of the voice of reason leadership role into one that might not be?
yeah, we'll see how far that goes. Like there's only so much I can like not say.
Right? Because
So
you're gonna have to like I know above table, you could be Garrison all day long,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but now you're gonna have to jump into a character that isn't like him at all. You're doing like a 180 from Garrison.
yeah.
Garrison
Oh
is the
yeah,
very like outward, we're doing things dumb, let's do it this way,
yeah,
to a character that's like, all right.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna see how long that lasts. Again, I'm really trying. We'll see.
You think that's gonna be your biggest struggle is
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Not opening my big mouth. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Yeah, that's
is
gonna be hard.
really launching into it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to probably try and mute my mic a lot. Just like just so I can say it and be happy with myself, but like have nobody else hear it.
Right?
So
Just mute it, go off camera for a
yeah,
second.
yep,
Like, where'd Hicks go? He's talking. Don't
yeah.
worry about it. Just let's move on with the game.
Or I'm muted and I'm just screaming at the screen like
Right?
yeah.
We can't hear you. I know.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm not repeating myself.
I said it so I feel better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, speaking of puzzles, here's the weird part. Like I'm kind of a hypocrite when it comes to that because I love putting puzzles into games, but I hate doing them when I'm playing.
yeah.
Like I'll do a puzzle all day long here. Like I'll build one from the ground up, and I'm one of those crazy people that'll start with the corners. That's certifiably insane if I do say so myself. And I love it putting them in games for you guys to solve, but I hate having puzzles thrown at me as a player. It's a weird
Oh
it's a
yeah.
weird oxymoron. It really is. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like uh it's fun. Like, are you oh yeah, because you gave me your background. I'm interested to see because the starting point is actually a character build where everyone's gonna start. I do have my worries, just like last time. But thankfully the playthrough is going to iron out a lot of the bullshit.
Yep.
Add and delete things that are necessary without doing too much. Because I like you guys to have the freedom to create your own stuff, but it's got to
Right.
be within reason.
Within the lines. Yeah.
Yeah, within the lines and within the culture and within the area and territory and
It's
all
got to
that
make
shit.
sense. Yeah.
It has to. But like you and a couple of others literally said like are like starting at places that already exist, and that's cool too. I don't mind that at all. I got plenty of already created places for you guys to go and have fun with. So if you just want to start at one of those, great. What made you come up with your background? Because it's really like it's really specific and it's really dark.
Yeah.
It had to have been some, and I mean from the conversation we had about Garrison, it had to have been something that really stuck all this time for you to choose that
Uh,
specifically.
well, I mean, obviously that whole, I don't know if you want me to say it, but that whole scenario has really stuck with me. Just because, especially for Garrison,
Yeah,
that was like one of the first interactions I had with the group.
yeah,
And then, you know, where I was like strongly voicing my opinion,
right.
and just telling everybody it was a bad idea. So that, and I like always like throwing little callbacks to certain situations. That
I mean
that was,
it's a hell of a callback.
yeah, that's one of the bigger like fuck you, Craig, episodes that we did, that we had a lot of RPing and a lot of heated debates,
Yes,
in character and out of character. I'm pretty sure we lost a player because of said episode. So
yes, we did. Yep, we
so
lost Bleat.
yeah. So yeah. So that's again, always like to call back to one of the more vibrant episodes.
Yes, when we were just starting out,
Yeah.
and we should probably be grateful that those first 19 episodes will never see the light of day.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
should probably be
Probably some
grateful for that.
trigger warnings.
Yes. They would never be allowed on any social media without immediately being removed.
uh-huh,
There's
uh,
no way in hell that
yeah,
those would ever be released.
yeah, yeah. So we're not going to go into detail, guys. Anybody
Yeah,
listen to
yeah,
this,
yeah.
but just know that it was pretty good.
Yes, yes.
uh,
Just know that it was a real eye opener. A lot of it was fun, and a lot of it was like I don't know how we continued after
yeah, yeah. That's
that.
we tried to just work it out. But yeah, yeah. Luckily, yeah, like I said, it was just like one of those things that's it was like pretty defining moment in the being introduced to this campaign. So you know, plus it's like a good generic starting point, kind of that like uh the like lone character mentality that my guy's gonna have. Like it's a good way to, without too much baggage,
Yeah.
So it's nice. Nice little starting point.
I
Uh,
often wonder, I like not to get nostalgic. I often because we've had a lot of different players that came and went. Um, Not only would the team be way out of hand, because I think at this point we'd have like 10 or 11 people if everyone was still here.
ugh.
But I often wonder with those characters where we would be at this point.
Oh yeah, that would
I mean, just imagine all of that shit.
yeah, I don't think we I don't know. I don't know where we would be. It definitely wouldn't be in the Claremont No Empire, that's for sure. Probably would have had a party wipe at least once. Uh, not just by, enemies, but by ourselves.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because there was, I mean, there was a couple instances where Vernon himself just fell over and took out two of our guys. Like,
right. Or deliberately tried killing Malador
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
Just out of,
because.
yeah, just because. Yeah, it was great.
So
Uh,
yeah, we had a lot of really destructive forces at the beginning,
yep,
and now we only have one.
yep, yep. Good.
Right.
It's good. But hoping for good things for campaign two.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hopefully keep everybody away from children. Uh,
I mean, your guy's gonna have a particular soft spot for that,
oh yeah, I mean,
for sure.
and I mean, like I said, the way he is, like, yes and no. Like there's gonna be some nostalgia to it, but also like growing up in that system, like it's not like he's. I guess it would depend on the situation, you know. He was like even while he was there, he was very like kept to himself, just
Yeah.
fixing the toys and shit like that. So
I often actually wonder because there, like, I love the angle that you're playing and the location, but there's another one that you could choose as well. That would work the same way. It's kind of it's funny to me that you actually chose that as your background and that location because Vidar's 20-year span is going home and opening one of his own,
oh yeah, nice.
like back to his hometown and opening one of his own to help out the
Uh,
disenfranchised.
yeah,
It's just
he's
because
probably feeling guilty from that as well. Yeah.
so it's you literally have two options
Yeah,
of
yeah,
how
that's
you
funny.
wanted to run that. Like you could get with him and find out the details and have your
Yeah,
character be there, or
yeah,
stick with the one you had.
yeah,
But yeah, that just literally came to me like that would be fucking crazy.
yeah, yeah. That is funny. Yeah, because he was there. He's stayed silent.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Oh my god.
yeah.
Uh, I'm just I'm grateful and I am it's everything. It's grateful, it's shocked. Um it's excited that we've come this far and that we're continuing to go.
Yeah,
Um and I mean, who knows where it's going to go,
yeah,
but who knows where it's going to go. Again, one of my biggest fears is that life is going to get in the way. Like, I love our group so fucking much, but there is no way in hell that I can sit here and tell these three young ones in our group that they're not allowed to go anywhere
yeah.
or, like, elevate their lives,
Right. Yeah,
because if they leave, we have to find new people. Like, I couldn't fucking do that.
yeah.
Kind of like letting Jill go because it was her dream job. As
Right.
much as it fucking hurt to let her go,
Yeah.
um,
But at the end of the day, like even though we joke saying like D&D is life, it's
yeah,
at the end this is like it's just something fun for us to do. So
yeah,
it's like our passion.
pretty much.
Like this like for me like is like my relaxing like time. Like I put the kids to bed, I get on, I can pretend to be a cool battle master, fighter, vampire, Vlad the Impaler guy.
Mhm.
Like who doesn't want to do that?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
or in my Star Wars campaign, I'm a Guardian Jedi, so
Yes.
it's always fun. You know.
We we have officially made 1.5 cents.
Yeah, nice,
We're now professional D&D players.
nice, awesome.
So everyone, quit your jobs.
Yeah,
We're
nice.
launching into this full time.
What sold? What do we got? What
Oh,
it sold?
that
For
was the
the
thing that.
advertising?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
So you only need like what 100 million more of those? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look. I have no desire to be rich and famous. I
Yeah.
really don't. Like, it literally, and I've said this before because I don't know what everyone else makes. That would obviously change it. But if I could make what I do right now,
Uh,
playing this, that would be fine.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I would love to make what I make now to freaking
Just to sit and
play.
play, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be nice. Even just like part time. Screw it.
Hell yeah.
Even just you know what? Even if I made minimum wage, uh, doing this, that would be fine.
Hell
Like,
yeah. Even as a side hustle. Not really a worry because, like, I've seen the ones that are professional already, like Dimension 20, Critical Role, High Rollers.
yeah,
The team doesn't always travel together. They play together. They don't always travel together.
yeah,
But there's gonna be, like, we were invited to the MegaCon. There's gonna be a lot more. Like, we're not represented there with a booth, but we were invited there.
yeah,
Um, and then there was the other one that me and Jill and Ty went to, where we met Matthew Lillard and we talked to
yeah,
him about D&D, and he plays.
yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and I told him about the crank and yank, and he loved the idea, and we all got a picture with him, and then I went to Vegas and I spread it around there, and I've got out of our merch shop, I've got a shirt that actually says like failed attempt D&D, and then on the back it has all the social media sites that we're attached to.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start wearing that when we play live. Like, there's so much shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's so much, and I think I'm the only one, if not one of the only ones, that have pretty much every social media site in existence. I think so. I have 13 active right now that I'm
Nice.
using. And I want to say like Jill and Ty have TikTok.
Yeah.
And then Judd has Instagram and Jake has Snapchat. And that's about it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of off grid. And that's okay. I don't mind doing that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't mind doing that part.
That's good. Yeah, I'm not a big social media person.
Yeah. But that's going to be.
Sorry,
that,
everybody.
I know, and yeah, and I mean, look, if you ever want to talk to this guy, like, just come into our chat. That's how you can
Yeah.
talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't reach him on social media, just come into our chat when we're doing lives, and you'll talk to him right there. It's that's simple, right there.
Yeah, I might, depending, I might get like Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, we'll see.
We'll see. But that's going to be the other thing is, well, first of all, because I don't want to force anyone on. If your brother or any of the others do want to come on for guest spots for our campaign too, make sure they're okay with being on camera and being recorded, because I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable.
Yep.
Like, being on camera is kind of a requirement for what we do.
Right.
So if they're not okay with it, it's fine. But the other part is, you don't want to force yourself into social media. Believe me,
Right.
it is not a rabbit hole you want to. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's time consuming, and a lot of it's not fun. But if you guys do start streaming that long game, social media is gonna have to happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's the sucky part. So, like, just be careful what you wish for is all I'm saying. Would it be a great thing to start streaming? Yes, it would. But there's downsides.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, like I know it. I know it. I know I had a buddy who used to stream Call of Duty for a little bit, and he was like on it, on all the social medias, everything like that. Like, he was on Twitch and doing all this stuff, and I know the work that needs to get put into it. That's why I told him, like, if we were gonna do it, probably, like I said, not anytime soon, just because we got little kids, like young kids. So when I'm home, I'm like with them. Like, I don't want to have to be on my phone the whole time. So.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I try to take care of mine when they're sleeping at night, or when they're taking naps during the day, or when they're at school. And then when I'm at work for my week, it is when I get back to my hotel. If I have any time, it's when I get back to the hotel.
Yeah.
That's it. There's so much, because I try to do every day a short, and then I've got actual videos that I have to put up on certain points. And it's at the point right now where Wednesday and Thursday are the only two that don't have like an actual long form video.
Oh, nice.
Every other day is taken up.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's a lot.
Yeah. Yep. That is a lot.
But all right, we don't have, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And be sure to check out Tyler's and Christian's. I've done theirs as well. And now Corey, for both campaign 1 and 2. And they're all going to have campaign 2 as well. So there's going to be tons of interview to watch. It's all going to be in the Not the Brightest Crayon playlist, the podcast that I resurrected for D&D. And just for the hell of it, let's go through this. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, or X, depending on
How stubborn you are.
what kind of person you are. Snapchat, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, all failed attempt D&D. Literally the same on all of them. Clapper, which was supposed to be the more adult version of TikTok, but now it's just the same. And I have new ones on here now. I've got Blue Sky, which I just discovered today. I've got Fanbase, which is another one that I just discovered today. Threads, which is an offshoot of Instagram. And then I have Like with 2 E's. And then there is MML360. No clue what that is, but it's a place where I can post the videos. So all of those, including YouTube. And then we have our failed attempt dnd@gmail.com. You can reach us anywhere. The comment section on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere you can reach us. Send us your fan art. Just say fuck you once in a while.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
We
Just
should
talk.
get somebody with a ham radio, so that
We
people
should.
can just other ham radio people can get into us.
Oh, yeah.
Morse code, maybe get
There you
a wire from Morse code.
Stop. I don't even know what I'm saying. Does someone know what I'm saying right now? I have no idea what those letters mean.
Yep.
But yeah, absolutely. Check us out on any of those. Follow us on any of those. Please don't follow us on all of those because it's a lot. But something is better than nothing. But yeah, so God damn it. All right, so Saturday live show, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us right now on YouTube and TikTok. I'm pretty sure that's gonna grow from there.
Is this all gonna stay the same from a year from now when we play
Yes.
this video? Okay.
Yep. It'll be the same. It will. Well, no, this one being your initial is probably going to go out prior to campaign 2 starting. The one that'll be a year is the final. If we're done in a year, that might be 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But the campaign 2 initial interviews will go out prior to campaign 2 starting.
Oh, okay.
So not necessarily a couple months.
Okay.
But not a year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday so far. Hopefully it stays that way. Saturday's the live, so the live hits there. Monday night, the live goes private, and then that recorded of that live goes up on Friday. Sunday is the mental breakdown of the current episode. Please don't watch those unless you've seen the episode. Monday is the Not the Brightest Crayon character interviews and anything else D&D conversation related. Tuesday is the Anus Talk pregame. And that's it so far. I'm sure there's going to be more. I'm sure there'll be more. All right. Appreciate you coming on, Corey.
Yeah, no worries.
I am psyched, man. This is going to be so much fun.
I can't wait. I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah. Go to bed, man.
All right.
You only got a couple hours to sleep.
Yes. Yep. It's all right.
All right.
Have a good night.
Later.